Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by my channel. Welcome. Today I want to talk about how you get your guitar solo right, or song, writing your guitar part, singing when you hit your record button on your video camera or your mixing board for music. I'm sure everybody's had this happen. If not, I would be amazed, and let me know if you do or not. But here's the scenario. You practice your guitar solo 1,000 times, more than that. 2,500 times. You played this every night in concert, out at the bar. You come home, it's a great time to record. All set, everything's tuned up. You hit the record button and you start to play the song, and all of a sudden you make a mistake. Stop. Okay, now I played this song before, so let me try to take two. All of a sudden there's another mistake. Take three. I don't know if it's nervous or not, but the same thing with the video camera. Now you got to do video camera and music, which is a little bit more tricky. You got to set the camera up. You can't just play without looking into the camera. Looks like I'm getting a lot of glare, matter of fact, from the lights. So the same thing, you got the video camera, you turn on the mixing board, you try to sync the camera to it as close as you can, because you're going to have to line up your guitar to the track. Because I don't use the track from the camcorder, I use the interface. All set to go. Up, flubbed up something, either a mistake on the guitar, or I didn't delete the track because I'm multi-tracking and I have to delete it if I'm going to redo it. Reset everything, all set to go. Click, start playing. Now my hands are sweating. So if I'm playing a classical guitar, my hands start sweating. It's going to make a huge difference in my playing ability. My fingers are going to be sliding over the nylon strings, not how I did it last night. At 1 o'clock in the morning, it was perfect. Good time to record it. The next day, I'm all set. I played this song 1,000 times. Got the light set up. All of a sudden, my hands are sweating. Go to play it. It's not. The tone is wrong because I'm not picking it right. It's like, oh my God, last night it was perfect. Open the window up. Try to get cold air in. Turn the air conditioners up. If it's cold, usually my hands are too cold. Playing outside a lot. In open venues, it gets chilly at night, your hands get cold, you got to turn the heat up. So it's an ongoing process. I'm sure, live musicians must have. Actually, I do get butterflies before I play on stage, but for some reason, it's not the same as a tape recorder in a studio environment. Of course, playing live, there's going to be the conditions where I am sweating and all that, but generally it's more of a nervousness in the belly of the live audience more than ever of my hands and playing ability at that time. But when I get in the studio and everything's got to be perfect. Previous song I did Stairway to Heaven on the classical, and I couldn't get it right that night. My hands were sweating. I'm up in the Northeast. It's 5 degrees outside, and I had the window full bore on both sides of the house, trying to get it cool and get my hands, put them by the window. I could not get my hands right. In Stairway to Heaven, I gotta say, it sounds okay. It sounds mediocre for a song I played for 30 years. It's ridiculous. 30 years I've played Stairway to Heaven. I know it inside, outside. When I learned it, there was no tablature. There were no computers. I learned it from the book. Tablature makes it so much easier to know your correct positioning. Where was Jimmy playing Stairway to Heaven? I had to figure it out, besides talking with other people and learning it correctly back then. Song I played forever. I practiced it on the classical, and the night I go to record it, my hands were just so sweaty. I just couldn't get the tone to really ring out. So I said, heck with it. I put it on YouTube anyway. It's okay, but it's not really what I would have liked to have presented. I've learned a little bit more about microphone patterns. I didn't really know a lot about the XY pattern, so I am going to try the acoustic with, again, using the XY pattern on it and see if I can get a more fuller sound. I did a couple songs way back on my channel, Mood for a Day by Steve Howe, and I want to hear how it sounded with no effects whatsoever. 6 condenser microphones, all good ones, right up to blue $600 condenser microphones, and without adding any type of reverb, without adding any compressors, without adding anything, it sounds dry. It sounds, again, okay, but when you listen to the other recordings other people do that are just so brilliant, it's because they're not using just the microphones itself and then putting it through the DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, and using the dry effect. They're always adding something to bring out the brilliance of the guitar. So this is a learning process on the recording studio that I'm doing, how to create and run a home recording studio. It's trial by error a lot. So that was a trial. It sounds good. It is nice and full and rich. But when you add your compressors, when you add your reverbs, and you add whatever you want, you just can make an acoustic guitar sound so brilliant. And of course, it's a classical, so there's no electronics in it to get a straight electronic effect either. So if anybody knows what the real trick is, that when you got the camera all set to go and you hit record, please leave it in the comments what your process is, because I can't get it. I'm going to be honest. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you get everything set up and I'll play it and it sounds pretty good. But generally everything's all ready to go, and as soon as you hit record, something happens, a mistake here or there. So I'd love to hear your comments and from other musicians, what your process is. Do you run through the same mistakes? Do you take 2 takes? Do you take 3 takes? Some songs it's 20 takes to get it right. So I really would love to hear everybody's comments, and thanks for watching. And welcome to my channel, Ross Recording Studios. I'm Chuck. Peace out.